Welcome back to Steampunk Psyche, you guys. This is morning mantra, okay? That's it. All right, bye-bye. I'm just playing. Um, anyway, I wanted to say good morning. I wanted to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Um, I'm trying to do something different on this channel, just try to stand out, be different. Um, but really, I kind of had a lot of different ideas to share with you, but one of them is I wanted to be in your morning. I wanted to say good morning. I wanted to tell you how beautiful you are. I wanted to tell you how seen you are. Um, a lot of people don't feel seen. A lot of people don't feel heard. I think that may be why we, individually kind of flock to tarot. We flock to, channels where they speak about awakening and alignment and things like that. We feel alone. So if you got your cigarettes, got your coffee, putting on your makeup, washing your hair or face, whatever it is, I just want to be a part of that morning with you to let you know that I see you. I hear you. If you're a male, that's okay. I love males too. All right. I don't discriminate. Unconditional love says that there's no condition in which you can love someone. So I'm trying to practice that a lot. But yeah. So put your makeup on, grab your smokes, whatever it is you do, your routine. You stand in front of the mirror. You got your. So I'm going to be guessing here if you're using a curling iron or a flat iron, whatever it is. I think you're going to look beautiful today. If you're standing in front of your closet, trying to pick out what to wear, I'm wishing you that you're going to find the perfect color that matches your energy today. If you're a guy, it's going to be that perfect, comfortable pair of jeans, one that's got maybe a hole in the knee or, cool looking leather belt. Or if you're wearing slacks, whatever it is, you're going to look nice. You're going to feel good. Um, that's what morning mantra is about for me. I could sit here and give you a whole lot of words to say to yourself, but I want you to feel beautiful because you know you are. There is a great big world out here, and a lot of us are moving so fast that we don't take time um, to reflect upon the just the fact that your eyes opened this morning. You know what I mean? Just the fact that you had a dream, maybe that you're seeing some synchronicities in your life that are kind of giving you a glimpse of a little bit of happiness, a little bit of joy, things that keep you moving forward. I want to be there with you. I want to share it with you. I want you guys to start expressing yourselves on this channel, to start, you know, share your desires. There are other people out here in this world. Like I said, they don't really feel seen. They don't really feel heard. And that even, that includes people that are even married or even in, close-knit families. Sometimes there's that one, and I think we're that one is what I'm getting at. Um, I was reminded yesterday of not to put a negative spin. There's nothing negative about this, but it's just that the energies, low energies. I was reminded again of somebody from my own family, you know, um, at just how much I have graduated in enlightenment or a spiritual walk, the journey, the full journey, whatever. There's so much terminology out there, and I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like you get to the point where you're so tired of even saying certain words, awakening and enlightenment and twin flame and all these terms out there because they just burn you out from it. But you just know, you're separate. You're different. You know that there's not a word that expresses your energy quite right. And so I was around one of my family members and I just saw how much I have progressed, and that person still seems to be in that same spot, that same energy. And that's okay, right? I mean, it's not like and I think maybe a lot of you might feel this way too. So as you're curling your hair, don't get to listening to me too much so that you burn some hair off there. That's not good. Pay attention to your shit. And I'll just ramble. You just get ready for work, get ready for your day. By the way, you could be getting up at the nighttime, but this is good morning to you too. You could have night shift work or something like that. Um, but yeah, so people around you, you don't seem to chime with them anymore. You don't really have a lot in common. This could even be blood relatives, right? I mean, people really close to you. And I just realized how distant and how far I was from them, and how good it would have felt for that person to recognize me, to say, I see you. Um, I know we don't always talk all the time. I know we aren't always around each other all the time, but I see you. I see you're changing, and I see good things about you. You know what I mean? While that'd be nice validation, that'd be great. But that doesn't always happen, right? And not that you expect it, not that I expect it, but sometimes the people that are closest to you are blinded. So anyway, um, so yeah, I hope that I'd like to be part of your morning. I'd like to be part of your evening. I read the tarot as well, um, and I'm trying to get better at trying to communicate more down to earth, more closely related topics. About life and experiences. Um, I do chime with younger people. I at least try to. Um, and I don't mean that in any negative way. I just feel like I'm misunderstood. Really, to tell you the truth, I feel like maybe when I speak to younger people, they, because I am very open, very forward with what I say. A lot of times it comes across as like stranger danger. So if you're a young person and you're listening to this, know that I'm not some old pervert or nothing. I'm perverted. Don't get me wrong. I lead with my sexuality, but I just mean that I'm very forward, very open, and very just very straightforward. I don't feel like there's time to waste. You start to get older and you go, I waste too much time with bullshit talk. Uh, anyway, this may chime with a lot of you. It may not. I don't know. But if I was there with you, sitting next to you this morning, and you're at your nightstand or on the edge of your bed or at the kitchen table, and you allowed me to smoke in your house because I am a smoker and a coffee drinker. But yeah, we would be doing this right here. We'd be talking, we'd be chatting. Not a lot of that goes on today. A lot of it takes, going through text or, um, which reminds me of another thing I was going to talk about was, have you ever noticed that, the text messages can be very misconstrued too. There's not a lot of one-on-one communication. So I'm sitting there talking to you. We're at the table and you've got your eyeliner up there, and I think I said that right, doing your eyelashes or whatever and poking your eyes, and I'm making fun of you. I'm one-on-one with you, you know. Um, but through a text, you don't get that same kind of, you don't get that same kind of energy, that emotional response, right? That same kind of a high, lows, and in the voice tone and everything else. So a lot of times text can be very misconstrued, right? Um, so there just seems like a part of me wants to reach out and say that, I would rather have a face to face. I'd rather have this right here, or to communicate through text. You just don't get to express the emotional sense. Of course, I'm also, from a generation where we used to write letters. Some of you know what I'm talking about. I don't think my kids even know how to fill out a damn envelope. I say that. They probably do. They probably were taught that in school. But they're like, why? Why the hell would you do that? Because I was also from a time where if you had a cell phone, you was probably rich, You had money. It cost you $200 a minute. You know, I was from the pager revolution, right? Beep, 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 beep. Oh, cool. Uh, yeah. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Um, and that's okay. You know, I've evolved with it too. I was lucky. You know, I'm not one of those older people who can't work their way around a computer or technology, you know. I actually got to teach my kids how to get started in it. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I did. But now when it comes to games and all that shit, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But so yeah, cup of coffee, smoke, and just chatting, right? I hope that's okay. I hope you enjoy stuff like this. I just wanted you to know I'm your friend. I'm there with you. Hopefully you can leave this running in the background when you're getting dressed, getting ready. Wish I could see you. uh, don't send any pictures or something like that through the mail. We might get in trouble. I mean, if you really want to, you could. Uh, no, if you're married, you really don't do that. Um, I'm fortunate. My wife allows me to be me. You know, I say my wife. She's my life partner. I don't really like. You'll notice this about me. I don't really like. In fact, I fucking hate words that describe things. Words don't do it for me anymore. I think that's part, and maybe you can agree with that. You know, words just don't get it anymore for me. If you can't get descriptive with stuff, to try to share experience or emotional. I guess maybe because you know the more you dive into yourself, the more you dive into your mind and your understanding, you just lose that sense of that kind of that 3D. Shit, see, there's another word. I just can't fucking stand to use it anymore. But the logical, you know, the grounded, you know, the reality, which sucks too. I hate using that word because it's such an argument. There's so much of it on the internet. You know what I mean? But I'm an overanalyzer, and I'm a you know, so finding words to be descriptive is it tells me that you're not lazy as a person when you can use words in a way that describe. It's kind of like the word love. I fucking hate that word love. Not in the manner like you think. Like uh, you know, the word love is a beautiful word, but it's just not enough, is it? I mean, if you're anywhere where I'm talking about or understand what I mean, it's just kind of a lazy man's or lazy woman's way of trying to describe something that you could really use a lot of words. You know, I love that puppy. I love Pepsi. I love whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, come on. You know, if you love me, why don't you be descriptive? Why don't you compare me to the moon and stars? Right? I told you I wanted you to be seen and heard. Yeah. Why don't you describe that love for me? Instead of using it habitually every day before you walk out the door, before you give that last kiss before you leave. I love you. I love you too. Yeah. Well, that could be pretty mean sounding if you just walked up and said, now you're going to need to start. Don't do that to your partner. You know, it takes time, it takes work. Because a lot of people don't understand that, you know. I do. I get it. Doesn't make it an excuse, though, does it? But you are seen, you are heard by me, at least. I'm here in your kitchen, in your living room, in your bathroom, whatever. You know, you could be taking a dump. I'm still chatting with you, right? I don't know. I know you're like, ew. It's part of life, right? Everybody shits. Give me a break. At least I think you do. If you don't, you're going to explode. Oh, man, that's good coffee. I do take sugar and cream in my coffee. I do foo-foo it up. I ain't afraid. You know, I'm down with the old campfire coffee. Don't get me wrong, just black straight up, but it makes me a little too jittery. But I drink coffee all day, pretty much. Smoke cigarettes all day. That's my thing. Uh, and being with you in the morning while you're poking your eyeballs out with the whatever that shit that's called. I should know that, but I don't. Eyeliner? No. I shit. Now you got me started on that. I feel like I'm sitting right there with you. We're just talking. We're just chatting. Like old JT's here. Come on in, man. I'm gonna get ready for work. Okay. You want me to make your bed for you? You don't want me to make your bed. I mean, I can make a bed, but I mean, it may not be the way you make it. That's something I don't think I ever really learned how to do great. I just can't put the covers on because I figure, hell, it's going to get messed up again. But it's nice to walk away from that, right? You know, go, okay, well, my bed's made. That way, all I got to do is just pull them covers back, jump in. We're starting to get a warm up where I'm at. I'm not sure where everybody else lives, but we kind of went through that, you know, for us where we live. We got that cold snap, and then, you know, that lasted for about a week. We got some good snow, and I hope if you're living, you know, around the eastern side there, I heard they got pretty much ice and snow and everything. So hopefully hopefully you didn't suffer too much. What I'm getting at. Now we use propane burners and they're kerosene type heaters, you know, for our house. I don't use natural gas anymore. That's a whole nother topic and story I'd love to get across the whole world, but anyway. But yeah, and it cuts down on our bills like that. I live a frugal life. I don't really need a whole hell of a lot, you know. And my life partner and I, we've just lived this way for so long that it's kind of like, you know, you get used to that. And but yeah, I live a frugal life. I don't really necessarily have to have all the whistles and bells, but that's just me personally. Just saying, you know, central heat and air is nice, right? But I kind of feel like, you know, I'm prepared when stuff like that does happen. You know, you lose your electric, whatever. Boy, I can go from one topic to the next, can't I? See, we'd be doing that if we were talking together in the same room. You know, the funny thing is I sit here and I say that, you know, that'd be really cool, but I think I'd be nervous as shit if I was just sitting there watching, you know, we wouldn't even know each other, right? Well, we kind of know each other here like this. And it's safe because, you know, you don't really have to perform. You don't have to be anybody in particular. Just be yourself. Yeah. I think that may be the parts that people, you know, how they want to be seen. That's how I want you to see me, you know. I'm not like a superhero. I'm just a human being. But we have a lot of things in common. The day to day, the grind, you know. I know what that's like. You know, I sit up in bed in the mornings and I watch her get dressed, you know. And I watch her put her face up to the mirror, you know, and she's trying to wake up, rubbing her eyes, and I can just imagine the thoughts going through her head. It's automatically right straight to work. You know, what's going on for the day. She's probably thinking, who's going to be an asshole at work today? Or, you know, some kind of a thought crosses her about work, I'm sure. But then again, maybe it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. And, well, look, I've got another wrinkle, or I don't know. Sometimes it's funny. I watch her facial expressions. She'll turn and she's looking at what side is good and what side I guess she's feeling a little weak on. I don't know. I personally wake up straight up, go into meditation. You know, her way of doing it's different. I guess she meditates while she's doing her makeup. You know, thinking about things. But I'd love to watch her. You know, I'd love to watch you. It's just it mesmerizes me. You know, it's like in a way, I feel like it's Egyptian. And I know this may sound a little weird, but it just reminds me of, like, you know, I mean, we got these types of things from our early cultures, you know, women wearing, even men, wearing the colors, you know, around the eyes and lips and lipstick and stuff like that. And so it's kind of like a performance to me, you know, and a lot of people may not even, I know it's probably weird, but people may not even really think that. It is a performance for a woman to, I say woman, even for a man who wears makeup and stuff. It's a performance. It's like a ritual. So I guess there is a ritualistic aspect to that can be very meditative, you know. Um, I just hope you're doing it for yourself. I hope that you're not, you know, I hope that you really are doing it for you, not for everybody else. Um, they get to enjoy seeing you, you know, that's wonderful too. But I hope that you're doing it because you want to feel beautiful, because you want to feel seen, you know, or that you see yourself, right? So yeah, hell is a different topic this morning, isn't it? Well, I hope you're still able to fit in the jeans you were in the ending of January. Hopefully you laid off the chocolates and stuff a lot. She says it goes right straight to her ass, which I don't mind. And, but, no pun intended. But I know that she, uh, gets onto herself about that, like chocolates and things, because there's times where she'll just binge on it. Other times it's like, nah, I don't want anything sweet. But then there's certain times, and I think maybe stress does that. So if you find yourself with the whole box of chocolates, just saying, you might go, right, I'll just put these right here on I'll have one chocolate in the morning, right? When I'm getting ready. That's my go-getter, right? My go-to. Go hit the shower, the bath, whatever. Get out. I'll maybe grab one more, because it goes good with your coffee, right? That good sweet chocolate, whatever you got, cream filling, whatever is in it. This just applies to any sweets. But it's when you just sit down and you, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. You gotta just not do that. But anyway, yeah, I hope your jeans are fitting good. I hope your slacks are fitting good. I guess that's what they're called, slacks. I don't really wear those, so I don't know what that's called, but I think so, yeah. Sounds good. But anyway, yeah, hopefully your year is going okay. I know a lot of us set goals for ourselves for the beginning of the year, so I hope that maybe you're reaching those goals, staying close to them. Sometimes we get sidetracked with life, but don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm here to tell you it's okay. You get back on the wagon whenever you need to. No rush, no worries. Hopefully you're staying worry-free more. I hope that you're not letting a lot of life just build up on you again. Maybe you've learned how to curve away from that. Wished I had more topics I could sit here and talk to you about. I don't know. I just wanted to say good morning and I love you. I wanted you to know that I loved you. If I had had the internet when I was younger, I wonder how much different my life would be. I mean, would I have taken advantage of it? I think the older you are, like right now, I'm around 53, I think is around what the age of me is at, the human body. Mine still feels like I'm around 20, 25, I think. Or is that my ego? Maybe my ego feels like it's about 25. Body feels like it's older, sure. But yeah, I always use the internet as a tool for me personally because hell, like I said, I'm used to having to go to the damn library to look something up if you wanted to know, right? We didn't have that technology right at our fingertips, but I floated along with it. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I wonder how much more advanced I would be in things. Would I have taken advantage of it? I don't know. Maybe. Well, here's the thing. Know that you are loved. Know that you are seen. Know that there are other people just like you, just like me, who appreciate the value of waking up in the morning or your morning, whatever it is for you, even if it's at night, you're still waking up. So it's your morning. Just know that you're enough. Know that at least at this channel and with me, you're safe. You can be who you need to be, And that's the lifeline. You know what I mean? That's really who you need to be and who you want to be are they're on two different shelves. People want you to be a certain way, but you know how you need to be, right? And so, what I want you to know is that your boundaries are important to me. Your, you know, your truths, they're important and they mean everything. They're the uh, they're the foundation of your dreams. They're the foundation of your goals, your desires. So I respect that. Um, I hope you pick out the best color today. You know, I hope that whoever you're around, whoever you're with, um, understands you. I think everything's going to be smooth. I want everything to be smooth for you. I want you to start seeing luck. I want you to start feeling lucky. I want you to start feeling possibility. Just the word possibility. Take that in. Just possibilities. Uh, Imagine yourself what it feels like to hold an extra $1,000 of spending cash in your hand. No bills. No, uh, this doesn't have to go towards something that's broke or something that needs to be fixed. Just $1,000 for you. Just you. I want you to sit there and close your eyes and think about that. You know, that's how much I love you. That's what I want for you. Feel special, feel seen, feel heard, recognized. Know that you are spinning in the middle of this beautiful ether out here. Back up from the world temporarily and look down and realize just how vast it is. So just how special you are to be a part of this time frame right now. Right? All right, you guys. Yeah, this was just a good morning mantra, good morning rant. Uh, it was fun watching you poke your eyeballs or miss your hole for your earrings. You know. Anyway, I hope that you have a fantastic day. I hope everything goes well for you. And, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And I'm going to try to work on these readings again this week. So if you are a subscriber or whatever, I want to say thank you. I love you. I appreciate you very much. Anyway, all right, you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you. All right, bye.